yesterday. Ooh, 'cause we're worlds apart, but just the same. Step up and watch it break down. You really want it? Wanna make a scene? Show me what you mean. Let's get it started. Let me see what you got. Can you pick it up a notch? Don't think you got it. Can't handle the pressure yet. Oh, stop talking about it. Gotta make this count. Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready for me? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to say?
Yeah, I was just ladies and gentlemen, my name is Senior BW34 and I'm here today to talk about a new dinosaur discovered, Sauronitholestes Sullivani. If I pronounce it right, well, if you didn't hear me, it's Sauronitholestes Sullivani, and it's a new species of Dromaeosaurid that's been found in New Mexico. Now, today I want to talk about it and discuss what this dinosaur means for the paleontology world and what it means for the overall genera and species of Dromaeosaurids and Theropods across North America. Now here we have an artist's impression of a pair of Sauronitholestes Sullivani who are attacking a Parasaurolophus juvenile here, and you can see this is pretty much it's not totally accurate, but you can get a basic idea of what this creature looks like, and from what it looks like, it definitely looks sort of similar to Sauronitholestes langstoni, but langstoni seems to be a bit, I'd say, a bit less robust than Sullivani, because Sullivani apparently was named Sauronitholestes robustius before it was named Sullivani, because when they found the skeleton remains, they actually called it Sauronitholestes robusti, but after further analysis, it actually turned out, well, to the paleontologists, that this particular species was actually going to be lumped in with langstoni, and that seemed a bit weird. And then they reanalyzed these remains, and they've concluded now that Sullivani is actually a part of the Sauronitholestes genus, but is in fact a new species within that genus. So now we have two new species. Now, if I'm correct, Sauronitholestes langstoni lives in the upper parts of western North America, and because this Sauronitholestes Sullivani lives in New Mexico, it does show the diversity of theropods in that area. And in my Dromaeosaurus video, I think I did speak about how the differences of the diversion of different species in a genus shows that particular part of the world is diverse in animals. I mean, Parasaurolophus, you have 3 different species of Parasaurolophus. Edmontosaurus, you have at least 2 or 3, I think. If I'm correct, Lambeosaurus has 2. Dromaeosaurus has 3, and then you got Dromaeosaurus, which apparently has 5 species. I've been doing a bit of research, and then you've obviously got the Ceratopsians with like Chasmosaurus that has 2, Pentaceratops that has 2, Triceratops has 2, Taurosaurus has 2. I'm trying to think what else. Pachyrhinosaurus that has 3. So yeah, you can see that North America around that time was very diverse. It's in a similar status as it's in a similar standard as it was in the Jurassic period, because again, you got different species of theropods living in the same area at the same time, like Allosaurus, and I think even a few Ceratosaurus specimens have actually come up to say, oh, this might be a new species. But yeah, raptors seem to be very diverse in their species, because whichever genus you can find in North America, you will find actually that you'll have multiple species of that genus. I mean, Troodon, there's 2 different species of that. There's a more northern species, and then there's a middle North American species. You've got, obviously, I just said Dromaeosaurus that has 5, and now Sauronitholestes has 2. Velociraptor, that's a good example, because you've got 2 species of that now. Turns out there was a species discovered in 2008 that I didn't know about, and yeah, you have 2 species. So Dromaeosaurids and raptors, they do seem to be very diverse, and that's actually quite cool to see, because it does help with paleontologists to say, oh yeah, dinosaurs were very very diverse in species and genera wise, because I mean, if you look at today's animals, raptors, which are birds, they are extremely diverse. I mean, you have different species of different genera. Oh my god, they're all over the place. They are all over the place. If you look outside, you'll probably see, I don't know, 2 or 3 different species of, like, let's say 5 or 6 different genera. So that's incredible, isn't it? But yeah, as you can see, this dinosaur definitely has shocked the world, because it does show the different genera and different species that have become diverse throughout North America. Now here we have the picture and artist recreation of the I believe it's the left frontal, which is if I'm correct, it is a part of the skull. I think it's a part of the skull. Please do correct me on that, because I'm positive I'm wrong. But as you can see, it does look quite thick for a Dromaeosaurid bone. So yeah, you can see that this particular species is quite robust. So it does back it up. But the funny thing is that the guy who found Sauronitholestes, yeah, robustus, is actually his name actually is the species name of this apparent Sauronitholestes robustus / Sauronitholestes Sullivani, which is quite funny. It's quite funny how his name, how he actually went with something to describe the species, and then his name gets put as the species, which is quite cool. But as you can see, this bone is quite thick, so it does support that this particular species was quite a bit robust, and maybe have even taken on some Ankylosaurids in its time, maybe even taken on some Ceratopsians in its time. So that'd be quite cool to see. So you can see a pack of Sauronitholestes like ganging up on a Ankylosaurid of some kind. And yeah, being quite robust, it would give them a big advantage, you know, with them having a bit more power. Maybe not as much agility as this other species, but you never know. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.